Here we go, fellas. Send it. Chris the Force Forsberg initiates into that first clip. Dean Carnage Carney, he's been a one-tire manufacturer for 10 years. He switches it up to a new tire manufacturer this year. Whoa, and Forsberg, a big correction and straightening out of nowhere.
I think the run's over.
That is going to be, yeah, I mean, that's an unchaseable lead run for Forsberg, so very unfortunate turn of events. You are entering the twilight zone, man. There are some weird things happening. And here we go. Carney leading, Forsberg giving chase. All right, the Oracle Lighting Dodge Viper initiates. Forsberg knows he needs to bang on his door on that initiation. Carnage brings it up the hill. You can see Forsberg pedaling his way up to the keyhole in that second outside zone. Woo, barely, almost having contact. Now coming back down the hill past that touch and go. And then into that final clip. Ryan, unfortunately for Forsberg, I believe that is the end of his weekend plan. So here we go with that VR-powered 370Z. Forsberg out front, and Dio Shihara with that LS turbocharged Subaru BRZ. Massive angle there from Chris Forsberg. These guys are throwing it down here past that first front clip. Now transitioning through the jump into that second front inside clip. There goes Forsberg into that second outside zone. Dio Shihara taking a bit of a shallower line. He's going to bring it out there, and he does. Tucks right in to that smoke trail as Dio Shihara, look at that, he's on that right-hand side. He moved proper use of the word relegated. Thank you, Ryan Sage. Professor Sage, delivering all the knowledge. Here we go, Dio Shihara, oh, and Dio taps the wall. The trunk opens up, but he keeps on, no, it does not, sorry, it does not open up. That is just his wing. So Dio Shihara stays in and pitted to win it. Let's go, boys. Make some noise, Orlando. Dio Shihara slaps the base big time, but keeps it on going. Woo! That could have gotten ugly. Forsberg leaves the line leading. As Forsberg qualified 8th, Yoshihara qualified 25th. Massive angle there from Chris Forsberg. Dio Shihara pours some more angle on it. Massive, maxed out angle from Forsberg. Cannot see Dio Shihara through that jump. Past that second front clip. Gets into the groove as Forsberg. Yoshihara massaging it out there. Just a bit shy, about a tire tread shy of getting all the way out to different iterations, different vehicles. It looks like we have a clean start. Here we go. Dio Shihara out front, Forsberg in that chase position. Dio Shihara throws it down. You can see Dio pulling away from Forsberg. Let's see if we can reel him in. Nice and high is Dio Shihara. Now past that first front inside clip, over the jump. Both of them hop, skip, and a jump past the second inside clip. Dio Shihara, massive angle there. Forsberg falls back quite a bit. Does keep that outside line. Underneath that Ford Mustang of Von Kitt Jr. Chris Forsberg will lead. Out qualifying Von Kitt Jr. Chris Forsberg initiates into the bank. High on the bank goes Chris Forsberg. Von Kitt Jr. nosing in, door to door, wheel to wheel. Now coming down into the bank. Sparks go flying once again. Forsberg transitions into that front clip. A little bit of a wide swing around that second inside clip. Von Kitt Jr. nosing in, diving in. Make some noise, Orlando! Just really get involved in many different motorsports and working with their respective manufacturers. Here we go. Von Kitt Jr. initiates. High on the bank, a little shimming there from Von Kitt Jr. Oh, massive angle there. Look at that. Von throws some more at him. Oh! And Forsberg goes ablaze. Wow. We've seen that multiple times from Chris Forsberg. What happened there? Comes down to that transition. He is in fuego. Makes some noise for Von Kitt Jr. and Chris Forsberg. Got a clean start. And here we go. Essa had a lot of grip on his first run. Let's see how he handles it here coming to that first outer zone. Essa using all the core skids all the way out to that white line inside that outer zone. There you go. Looks like Forsberg drops in, pulls out a little bit, as does Essa. Now coming into this inside clip. Both of them bringing it around. Forsberg just knocking it over. Now into this final outside zone. There goes Essa. Forsberg taking a way shallower line, and it almost comes to a halt right before that finish line. Things are getting hairy there, Ryan. Chris Forsberg leading the NOS Energy Drink Nissan 370Z. Coming into that outer zone. See how deep he is. Michael Essa right there. Now coming through. Look at that. Whoa, look at Michael Essa taking a way shallower line. And that's what Lantain was talking about earlier. When you take a shallower line, you're going to get grip, and Michael Essa spins out, handing it to Forsberg as long as he maintains
continues on his pace. Chris Forsberg crosses the finish line, and Chris Forsberg gets the win in his NOS Energy Drink Nissan 370Z. An unfortunate turn of events for Michael Essa.
Yeah, and Jared, that seemed to be brewing right after.
Looks like got a clean start, no cones were hit. Forsberg initiates behind Taguchi into that outside zone.
Whoa, big angle from Chris.
Yeah, massive angle from Chris. Taguchi takes a little bit out of it, going to that second outside zone. Look at how deep Taguchi is. That up garage ISR 86. Chris Forsberg pulls out of that outside zone a little bit. Oh man, just barely slipping around, slithering like a snake. Forsberg taking a very shallow line. I'd love to see, we do see the drone up in the sky. Like to see what happens here. E-Town delivering some awesome fans. Thank you guys and gals. Those sticking around still waterlogged, but a smile on your face. Here we go. Chris Forsberg comes into that first outside zone. Taguchi right there in that up garage ISR 86. The NOS Energy Drink Nissan 370. Zia Taguchi. Look at that proximity. Oh, is he banging doors? Tapping that brake light. Chris Forsberg stays in it.
You might have something broken.
A shallower line here from Taguchi. They bring it around that inside clip and now transferring into that final outside zone. See Forsberg filling all of it, and Taguchi, you can see him just firing on it, trying to avoid some contact, keeping that angle as they leave the start line. The conditions are drying out just a little bit, so I feel like we will be seeing a little higher speeds here coming to that first outer zone. Wonder if the gearing's going to work out for Frederick Osbo as Chris Forsberg takes a shallower line here. Frederick goes all the way out to that second outer zone. And now Chris gets that. Look at that, that absolute proximity. And now, ooh, it shallows up, takes out that front clip.
He had to do it.
Yeah, he had to do that. And then goes into that final outer zone. So shallow by Chris Forsberg. And this is a must-win for him. This second run of this top four battle. Chris Forsberg comes into that first outer zone. Sending it here into the second outer zone.
Okay, we're going.
Frederick Osbo. Oh yeah, we're getting some speed, baby. Here we go. So into that second, right here is where he's shooting forward. But they both seem to be handling it here. But like you said, gripping up, and both of them wrapping around that front clip. Look at that.
Oh,
Chris Forsberg grips away in that final outer zone. But Brian, is that enough? Forsberg definitely be all him. Just a few rounds ago, and here he is, Matt Field. A victory lap for the Falcon Tire Drift Cave Corvette, the Beast from the Bay, 777. Your winner here at E-Town, the debut of the purpose-built Drift Coliseum here at Englishtown Raceway Park. Matt Field gets the victory as Chris Forsberg retires and the Falcon Tire smoke gets created. Ryan.
Yeah, Mr. Appropriate Confidence coming through again. Doing well based on preparation. Matt Field, your winner here at Englishtown Raceway. Unfortunately for Chris, was not able to get the car to the line for the second run. He will get that second place though, much needed. Huge opportunity to take out a foe.
Yeah, Forsberg came in 10th in points into this round of competition. Odi Bakshis currently sits there in second, and right now, Odi Bakshis high on the bank. Chris Forsberg a few vehicles back from Odi Bakshis. Now transition that second outside zone. He knows he needs to apply the pressure, because I know Odi definitely will. Oh, and Chris Forsberg transitions. Look at Odi. Way off course, both of them on either side of this course and this track and the line. Oh, Forsberg shuts it down before the finish line. That will be an unfortunate incomplete.
In order to force a one more time here, and we just don't see that. And yet again, the Gremlins strike control over the three-time champion, and this vehicle just not able to kind of fix what they need to fix and have it be reliable and dependable in the moments that matter. In New Jersey, it was all the way into the finals, and so you could say that that was you know, if it's going to happen there, you want it to happen.
Kyle Menace-Mohan in this battle. Forsberg initiates into the bank. Nice angle from him. All right. Now Kyle Mohan dropping down a little bit low, but keeps a consistent distance between him and Forsberg. Now coming into the power alley, into that third outside zone, tightening up to the front clip goes Forsberg, and now transitions into that final outside zone. Reminding the fans that the judges in the drivers' meeting said the dilemmas that Forsberg's been having, and that's brought him up. Now he's driving the cable. Here we go. Kyle Mohan. He'd love to put it down for his town, meaning Long Beach, as well as the Rotaries. As Kyle Mohan throws it in, Chris Forsberg keeping good proximity to him.
Now coming down into the power alley, into the second outer zone. Chris does not get into it, but he does get to the side of Kyle Mohan, meeting good proximity, good angle. Now coming in that final outside zone. And pumping her up Buttercup as they go into that final outside zone. You got Essa, of course you got Hughes, but here we go. Brandon Scarpelli tuning in. Here we go. Chris Forsberg leading Frederick Osmo, giving chase. Woo! Chris Forsberg initiates. Look at this, door to door. Oh, did Osmo give a little gold nose tap? Chris Forsberg stays in it. Look at these two champions going toe-to-toe, mano-a-mano. Second outside zone, the power alley living up to its name. A swing into that front clip goes Forsberg and Osmo transitioning down to that final outside zone. Forsberg deep, Osmo right there on the door. Make some noise, Seattle. Here we go, Mike McDonald showing up as well. Thank you for joining us, Michael. As Frederick Osmo will lead, Chris Forsberg giving chase. Big initiation there from Frederick Osmo, trying to pull away from him. Forsberg reeling him in. Here we go, right to the wall. Both of them at similar height. Again, you want to follow that tire trail. Now coming to that second outside zone, transitioning in the power alley. So Osmo goes deep. Chris comes up a little bit short. Tight on that front clip. Make some noise, Seattle. Rounding that final turn and that final outside zone 4.
Look awesome. Here we go.
That's right. What's he going to do to Chris Forsberg? But Forsberg just took down Osmo. Here goes Chris Forsberg leading the NOS Energy Nissan 370Z. Matt Field right there. Really mimicking the height on that bank. Now coming to the power alley. Big angle from Forsberg. Transitioning. Nasty transition. That snap into that third outer zone was absolutely disgusting in a great way. Sick, bad meaning to the force. Matt Field, see how he initiates. He locks it up, throws it into the outside zone. Great angle from Matt Field out front. Forsberg drops down a little bit, a little shimmy now. Coming to that power alley. Let's see how they handle it. Into that second outside zone. Chris doesn't get all the way out there, neither on the third, but Matt Field puts the car in the right place. Now transitioning through into that final outside zone. Both of them filling it up, great proximity. Forsberg, NOS entering Nissan 370Z on GT tire. Here we go. Going into that first outside zone. Matt Field quickly gets to the side of the Nissan. The drift cave, head caveman, beast from the bay. Both of them high and tight. Now into that power alley. Can't even see Matt Field. Into that second outside zone. Forsberg gets out there. Matt Field does have proximity. Fails to get out to the third outside zone. Transitions in. Forsberg, a little bit of a hiccup. We saw that little disruption by Forsberg, but sometimes get a little long-winded on particular items that repeat, but when you've been there before, sometimes you're eager, you're chomping, you're chewing on the bone. Here we go. Matt Field, the beast from the bay out front, Falcon tires, drift cave, Orla exhaust. It's on those Forge stars. Here we go. Yes, sir. Matt Field, Chris Forsberg. Look at that. He threw more angle at it. Chris did as well. These guys are going for it. Let's snap back in that third outside zone. Woo! We got proximity, my friends. Slide into the chat room. Here we go. Matt Field, Chris Forsberg. What do you got? Seattle, Matt Field and Forsberg.
Eve Meyer, here we go. Chris Forsberg leading out front. That NOS Energy Nissan 370Z. Eve Meyer giving it to him here on that chase run. Now coming to that second outside zone. Chris Forsberg leads right to that front flip, knocking it over. And now Eve Meyer falls back a little bit here. Now coming to that final outside zone. Forsberg drags it in. Eve Meyer takes a little deeper there, going 2 wheels off. But a textbook lead run there from Chris Forsberg. You saw Eve really excel. Is now going to come down into that first outside zone. And then let's see how they enter into that second outside zone. Nice job there as Eve Meyer comes into that front flip and Chris Forsberg in tow in that third outside zone. See how they transition. Nice job for both of them getting out there and mimicking that angle. I mean, it's got to be pretty obvious there, Ryan. I mean, again, so a fairly equally matched battle here. And Chris Forsberg throws in that first outside zone. Ryan Turk right there. Now let's transition to that second outside zone. Forsberg leading Ryan Turk into that inside clip. Turk tapping it just barely. Ooh, Turk loses a little bit of angle there, coming out of outside or inside outside zone 3. And both. Ooh, okay. Looked like Forsberg had a little bit of a hiccup right before the finish line.
Yeah, it looks like mistakes from both sides, and right there towards the end with Forsberg. I mean, these guys know each other.
All right, get the thumbs up from the guys. Lights extinguish. Here we go with a second run of these two iconic drifters, Ryan Turk and Chris Forsberg. Ryan Turk throwing it in. Ripping in that gum out Toyota Racing Toyota Corolla hatchback. A wide swing. Forsberg keeps the composure. Both of them taking out that inside clip, going to that third outside zone. Great job by Ryan Turk, Chris Forsberg. Oh man, dropping into that last
was awesome.
Absolutely solid.
That was awesome.
That was probably the best head-to-head we've seen.
That was amazing, and both drivers cleaned up the issues that they had on
ran
that.
here at Long Beach. He would have to be that back in 2019. I can't recall if he did, but Chris Forsberg, obviously so much history here with his track. Here we go, Forsberg chases him down. Jonathan Aaron, whoa, gets out of that touch and go, really digs deep into that touch and go area. Forsberg now applying the pressure. If he wasn't feeling it yesterday, he's definitely feeling it here today. Ryan, look at that. That just shows all the equity there, what he's done. Aaron, but this is a new vehicle for him. He was piloting a Ford Mustang for a couple years, but you saw Forsberg just throw even some more angle at it to really slow him down. So Forsberg will now lead, and Aaron will give chase. What do you got, Ryan?
Nothing, just,
I see you conversing with the judges.
Yeah, just asking them how they're doing.
Got it.
They said I'm doing good.
Yeah, they're staying out of the heat.
No, I wanted to ask them what they were thinking about on the first touch and go and how they were judging Aaron.
Got it. Their perspective. Okay, thank you. All right, Chris Forsberg will now lead. Oh, look at this. Going in, Chris Forsberg does not get out to that touch and go. Looks like Aaron having some troubles there from the start. I definitely want to take and focus on the initiation, Ryan. Did Chris initiate at the right time, or was he thrown off? Didn't seem like Chris got all the way out to that touch and go, and that might have been, kind of at Chris's fault. Let's take a look at that again. Initiating into that first 90-degree turn, coming out into that touch and go. See how they handle it. Both of them getting all the way out there. See how they ping-pong back under the bridge. Great proximity there by Chris Forsberg. Maybe not getting as deep, but definitely applying the pressure. Can he let him pass? Yes, he does. Right in front of him and around that final clip. Ryan, a great way to start the top 16. Clean, tidy. Those gentlemen absolutely provided a maid service, put a mint on the pillow.
Yeah, that one certainly had all the attributes that you want in a great battle there between two veterans of the sport. Justin Pollock has been building some incredible momentum, and both of these drivers have suffered
nuances and compromise into the competition. Chris Forsberg now leading the NOS energy drink. Nissan 370Zs on GT radial tires. This is the Farewell Z Tour. Good initiation by Forsberg. Justin Pollock right there. Oh, digging deep into that touch and go. Now into that first outside zone goes Forsberg. Forsberg out that second outside zone. Doesn't get all the way deep. Now let's see how they handle this last and final inside clip. Bring it all the way around. Woo! Well done. Ryan, that was solid. Just straight up exchanges, blow for blow, tit for tat in the first battle. And now here we go, throwing down. Justin Pollock leads, coming out of that start chicane. Blasting off those Falcon tires. The GT radials go around on Chris Forsberg. Nissan 370Z now coming out into the touch and go. Goes JTP, now transitioning under the bridge. Look at the proximity from Forsberg. Spins! Justin Pollock pulls away, and Forsberg. All right, one strike against Chris Forsberg. That was a restart. 3 strikes, you're out. Here we go. Forsberg out of the gate. Justin Pollock in tow. Drops into formation. Solid initiation by Forsberg. Justin Pollock, like you said, playing it safe, playing professional. Forsberg transitions under the bridge. Banger run right now so far by Forsberg. Big angle there from Chris. And now past that touch and go into that final front clip. Oh my goodness! Second one more time. The third battle between these two gentlemen. Who's moving on to the grade 8? Justin Pollock initiates Forsberg right there as well. Justin, massive angle, goes, taps the bumper. Forsberg, good proximity. Oh man, Pollock smashing his back bumper into that second outside zone. Forsberg falling back a little bit here. Look at that as Forsberg brings it on around. Forsberg out front, that NOS energy drink Nissan 370Z. With Justin Pollock in the chase position. Nasty entry there by Forsberg. Justin Pollock goes for it. Getting all the way out to that touch and go now, transitioning under the bridge. Forsberg barely tapping his back bumper. Look at Pollock all over Chris Forsberg. Now bringing in around that final clip. Great proximity, Ryan. Through that start chicane. See that thing rattling away, now transitioning. Look at that, Castro. See how he handles the touch and go. Gets just a bit outside. Whoa, big snappy transition by Castro. That was a nasty snap. Now coming to that final front clip. There goes Castro and Forsberg. Nos Energy Drink, Nissan 370Z. Jonathan Castro. Piloting his Jourdain Methyl Dom. Toyota 86. Got a clean start. And here comes Forsberg. Shots fired across the nose. The lead driver does have the right of way, but Castro knows he needs to be right there. Going against Forsberg, big transition there. Castro tries to go for the initiation, has to back off, takes a tighter line, and brings it across. And Ryan, that's just going to make it more certain. You could see that wheel exchange there. No cones for him. We got a clean start. Odie Bakshis, Chris Forsberg, both of them. That touch and go era. Odie, Chris Forsberg goes a little bit deeper. Odie fills all that first outside zone. Both of them working out to the second outside zone, now transitioning out to that touch and go. It's like we got a little rub in there. Woo! Bringing it across the finish line. A good clean start. It looks like we do. Here we go. Forsberg out front. Odie in the chase position. Whoa, nasty initiation by Forsberg and Odie right there in tow. Dragging bumper is Forsberg into that first outside zone. Here's the second outside zone. Forsberg not all the way deep. Look at Odie just bathing in smoke around that final front clip, Ryan. Wow.
The judges have immense pressure on them right now.
Yeah, this is. I mean, again, the win. And there we go. Leaving that start chicane, goes Forsberg. The Valvoline lubricants go round it. Brandon Sorensen hits it from the back, but Forsberg stays in it. Pin it to win it. And Forsberg does not back down. The three-time champ takes a licking, but keeps on ticking. And Sorensen shuts it down as Forsberg continues. Right, a very impressive run there from Forsberg, that VR Power 370Z. That was pretty epic. But that VR engine definitely capable. Looks like he might dial it back a little bit, give himself some ground. Not an inactive chase, but he knows he maybe has potentially a little more aggressive of a vehicle. Works it down low, works it back up high. You can see how quickly he gets to the side of Brandon Sorensen. Now coming to that second outside zone, you can see him reel him in. Getting closer and closer to Brandon Sorensen. Now past that second inside clip, transitioning back, getting very close. Flirting with disaster in that third and outside zone. Woo! Like I said, you saw him like that. Who's going against Odie? He already defeated Jeff Jones. Chris Forsberg going in, initiating high in the bank. Simon Olsen, not as high. Forsberg, look at that, just absolutely magnetized to the wall. Simon Olsen drops down, now past that inside clip into that second outside zone. Forsberg with the Nos Energy Drink, Nissan 370Z on GT Radial tires. Simon Olsen, street hunting it, track hunting it, now into that last outside zone, the VR Powered Z. Brings it on across the finish. Overall, Simon Olsen, a little bit nervous about this track. Does he have the power? Does he have, I mean, you got to think about how many times Chris Forsberg has seen that wall. He's, seen the outside zones, the clipping points, all of that. So just, again, experience definitely helps out Chris Forsberg. Now Simon Olsen leading, Chris Forsberg giving chase. I think he's going to give himself a little bit of room here. You got that 2J powered Toyota Supra, Simon Olsen, but Forsberg, you see him gain some ground, catches right up to Olsen, now into that second outside zone. Goes Olsen, does not get all the way out there, but now into that second inside clip. And transition, you can see just the flames shooting out of the nostrils of that Nissan 370Z and across that finish line, the start line. And here we go with Odie Bakshis, Chris Forsberg. Odie leaving the start line. Forsberg in the chase position. Odie Bakshis initiates into Big Bang. Odie, massive angle there. Forsberg gets up there, taps that wall. Taking a very odd line as Forsberg now into that second outside zone. Here goes Odie. A lot more posture there. Oh, and Forsberg straightens out. A big direction there by Forsberg. And Odie continues on through the course. Ryan, what happened to Forsberg?
From what we've seen from
Clean start, no cones in. Here goes Forsberg and Bakshi. Forsberg now back to the form we saw him earlier. Odie Bakshi definitely has some great proximity, doesn't mimic the angle, but definitely right on him. And look at that, lunges forward, and there's Odie Bakshi, one of the best chasers in the game, Forsberg. Now he assumes the position and puts the car in all the right places. Snaps back into that outside zone, but Ryan was that mistake by Forsberg.